What's up, guys? It's the Cardboard King here. I'm coming to you with my tournament report for the Gamers Gambit Kozmo prize card tournament in Danbury, Connecticut. Yeah, I played a Performage Majespecter or Majespecter Performage. The deck's really broken. I think it's better than Pepe because it doesn't brick as easily. Because Pepe, almost every Pepe opponent that I played against, I beat except for one, which is still Pena in top four. I beat all of them except I bet all of them just playing because they just bricked and I just won. So yeah, this deck's really explosive. I really like it. It's really fun. I don't like Kozmo. I think that deck isn't very good except when you open Fragrance, which we'll get into later. But yeah, this is the deck. I'll go over my matchups at the end of the video. So deck list: 3 Raccoon, 3 Fox, and 2 Cat. Like I said, I don't like Crow. In the last video, I said I don't like Crow. I have to play the spell, which is really bad. Then 3 Plush Fire, 3 Mirror Conductor. I play a really heavy Performage lineup because I think these cards are very good. Because so many people misplayed against this because I would just go summon and they would try to attack into it and I'd go damage step effect on itself against the mirror. So they're like, what? Because they didn't think I could target their guys, but they didn't know I could target itself. So that was really good. Actually won me my 3rd and 4th match because he attacked it with a Raccoon and I'll protect itself. He's dang, and then he couldn't get around it. Then 3 Juggler, 1 Hat Tricker, and 1 Trick Clown. Same mentality in my last video. I don't really like Hat Tricker, and you can just keep on recurring Trick Clown. 3 Luster. I drew this card a stupid amount. 2 Eccentrics, and 2 Sky Cavalry of Repetier, something like that. This card was actually really bad. I kind of want to cut it. I guess my one Kozmo player I actually played against, I didn't draw it once, and every other time I did draw it, it was really dead. So I may cut it. In theory, it's really good, but in practice, it wasn't really at all. Spells: 3 Upstart, 3 Wavering Eyes. Drew this a stupid amount too. 3 MST, because people there were maining Fragrance, and it's a pendulum format, so I really think you need to main the 3 MST, and along with the 3 Eccentrics, I had no complaints. So there's so many times where I could just open MST Eccentric and pop 2 back rows and just go for game. It's really good. Then Foolish, Triple Tempest, and a Warning. Now here's the weird part about my deck. I didn't play Tornado at all. I think the card is very bad. I think every situation where Tornado is good, Tempest is just better. Because I was talking to my friends and they were like, well, it's good in the mirror when you hit a damage juggler. I'd rather be able to negate I'd rather be able to stop the XC summon they make. And that's the only application where it's actually better. They're you can hit XC monsters, Tempest does that. And again, the Kozmo matchup, it's almost completely dead. And in the mirror, like I said, it's almost completely dead, except if you're hitting just a damage juggler. So that's my opinion on Tornado. The card is not good, and I didn't miss it at all. Extra deck, Double Ignister, DDD, Dawn King, cut something. I don't know. This card is actually terrible because you have to play Xyz Universe. That card was good at the ARG, but then people started playing around it, and actually I decided in game 2 and they'd see it, and then I would take it out game 3 because they'd be playing around it and it just wouldn't be in my deck. Then Diamond and Performage because this deck loses to Infernoids and there's some Infernoid there. The best card for P's, 2 Diamond Dire. There's a 2nd Diamond Dire here. I just had to give it back. So there's 2 Diamond Dire, Castell, Heartland Draco. This guy, I kind of want to cut him. He never really came up. Dweller, Crab King's really good, so is Acid for going for game, and then Totem Bird, which is ridiculous. This card is insane. You make up a big board and leave with no cards, you just make this and they lose. Then side deck, we have 1 Lancia, because I needed a 15th card and I was worried about Infernoids. I'll save this card for later. 3 Xyz Universe. This card is good when your opponent's bad, but most people are good and play around it. 3 Iron Wall, 3 Trapstone, because I wanted to play Decree, but that conflicts with your Tempest, so Trapstone is just better. Then 2 of actually the best card. Oh, I said it was 2 Full House. I actually had to give them back. I don't own them, even though they come rare or common. What Full House does is it targets 2 face-up spell trap cards in the field and 3 set spell trap cards in the field and destroys them all. And it targets them, so even if say you MST one of them, it'll still resolve. This card was such a blowout in the mirror because me and my friend Paulie Aronson, shout out to Paulie, he helped me make the deck. He's a god. He came up with the idea of Trapstone, and I played against a mirror. Him and me, we sided against each other, but it was pretty bad because we both knew to play around it. But I played against a guy playing pure Majespecter who didn't know about it, and I drew it game 2, and it just blew him out. He had no cards, and I just went for game next turn. The card is ridiculous because no one knows about it. And then 3 Magical Spring. This card is bananas. This card is so good. my friend Ryan Tanguay, shout out to him. He showed me this card, and I was like, I have to play this. I actually misread it because I didn't realize you had to just basically what this card says. It says draw a number of cards equal to the number of face-up spell or trap cards your opponent controls, then discard a number of cards equal to the number of face-up spell or trap cards you control. Until the end of your opponent's next turn after this card resolves, spell or trap cards your opponent controls cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. Also, their activation and effects cannot be negated. You can only use one per turn. So basically, you set this in the mirror, and what happened was against me and Paulie, he went scale, luster, plush fire, effect. I went chain magical spring. I drew 2, ditched 1, and just lost. Because he had 2 scale 5s. This card is really good. It cycles through your deck against the Pepe deck. You draw for the Brilliant Fusions they have face up. So they have like 2 Brilliant Fusions and 2 scales. You draw 3, discard 1. This card is insane. And it also stops Wavering Eyes too. And it helps you like cycle through your deck if you brick. This card is ridiculous. That's it for the deck list. Onto my matchups. Round 1, I play against my friend Vinny Silverman. I play against his dad playing Cliff Orts. He doesn't really play the game that much, so I 2-0'd him pretty fast. That's fine though. Round 2, I played against Paulie, my friend. Well, it was the whole Full House thing. I beat him 2-1. Really close match, really good. Game 1, he just bricked. I just killed him. Game 2, I drew odd, and he had just the cards. And then Game 3, I magical springed him, and I won. Round 3, I played against a Majespecter, pure Majespecter player. He wasn't very good. He didn't really know what he was doing. So I full housed him and I won. Round 4, I played against my friend Joe Campbell. He was playing Kozmo. That was my only loss in Swiss. He 2-0'd me because Game 1 he opened Fragrance. I didn't draw it out. And then Game 2 I opened Traps and a Plush Fire, so that happened. Round 5, I played against Phil Pena playing Pepe. I beat him 2-1. Game 1, he just swarmed the board and killed me. Game 2, he bricked mid-game and I beat him. Game 3, he bricked mid-game and I beat him too. But he noticed, like, Game 3 he was playing around his season reverse because he saw it Game 2, but it wasn't in my deck, so it happened. Then top 8, I played against Paulie again, sadly. I beat him 2-0. Actually, Game 2, I flipped full house on him and he had the trap stun, so that was that. But still, he just once again opened suboptimally, so that happened. Then top 4, I played against Phil Pena again. He 2-0'd me. Game 1, he bricked mid start, but then he drew. He had a max C at a crucial time, and he just won. And then Game 2, he deck debied me, and that was that. Then my 3rd and 4th place match, I played against the same Majespecter player who I 2-1, because Game 1, I opened just garbage. I opened a bunch of Scale 5s, no Wavering Eyes, no nothing, no Majespecter cards, just a bunch of Performages and Scale 5s, and he opened like double Wavering Eyes, just the nuts. And then Game 2, I just beat him. And Game 3, I just beat him again, really. Game 2, he maxed me with no cards, and I gave him 4 draws and killed him, so that happened. And then Game 3, I just won. So I ended up winning a Farm Girl, $20 for entry, so that was kind of alright, I guess. Sold it for $25, so plus $5, I guess. That was kind of minus. But yeah, it kind of sucks that I lost in top 4, but it happens. So that's the deck profile. Those are my matchups. This deck's really good. I think it's better than like the pure version. But yeah, you guys should really try this build out. And yeah. Oh, also to that guy who posted a comment, I will be getting an Intrigue Beast Turbo deck profile up eventually. I just have to get the cards together for my friend and the list. So yeah. Thanks for watching. Comment, leave any complaints, requests, anything you liked about the video in the description, or in the comments, and I'll leave a link to my Facebook page in the description so you guys can like follow me and stuff. So yeah, it's been the Cardboard King. See ya.